Alright, we have a new mission. Our target is a bastion, treasure type specifically. Our prize? One netherite upgrade template. Anything else? Just bonus. But traversing this deep into the nether can be perilous, and the bastion will be heavily enforced with piglin brutes. So, we'll need to make sure we bring all the required supplies. Our objective is to get in, get that template, and get out. Hello everyone, welcome back. Last episode we did some mining down below at the bottom of the nether, but this episode we're going to do some work up above. It's time to work on some infrastructure. I've already gone ahead and cleared out the area a little bit here, and I got some supplies in my inventory for us to get started. Now the only thing left to do is find a spot. And in case you haven't figured it out yet, we're breaking through the bedrock today. So once we've dug through the bedrock here a little bit, we can kind of look around and try and find a good spot to get started. And I've already had a few picked out here. And what we're looking for here is a bedrock block like this that's all the way on level 127. This means there's only one piece of bedrock between us and the roof up above. So I've gone ahead and dug out a 7x7 area here to hopefully find a few spots like this. And fortunately we have some options to choose from. And now comes the fun part. Once we found a top piece of bedrock like this, all we really need to do now is place down some ladders, climb up to the top here. Take one note of what block we're looking at here. In this case, we got -2 and +3. Keep holding spacer forward at the top of the ladder to make sure you're banging your head up against the ceiling. Aim directly into the corner here with an ender pearl, and go ahead and throw on through. And I forgot to hold jump. And make sure you're holding jump and forward to get up onto the top. Unfortunately, that was the easy part. It gets a little harder from here. Next, we want to go and find where our block was again. In this case, -2, +3. And now we need to get rid of this block. Let's go ahead and grab some extra things from our inventory here, and see if I remember how to do this. So this is the block we want to break. We'll place an upward spacing piston here, piece of obsidian here, a block on top, and then TNT here and here. I'm going to place a trapdoor on top of the obsidian so it flaps down, place a lever on the back of the block here, and this is where things get a little interesting. From here, we're going to go ahead and rebind our controls, scroll down to our gameplay section, change right-click to the key of your choice, and go ahead and head back to the game. Now right-click doesn't work for me anymore, but the key on my keyboard does. So what we're going to do is put ourselves into crouch mode, flip this lever, face down and hold the keyboard here, and see if we get a piston in the right spot. And if it is, break on through the bedrock. I'll be completely honest, I was not expecting this to work first try, and that's why I had so much extra TNT. And now we got a pretty good way to get up and down to the nether roof. And this opens up a whole new world of possibilities for us. But I think there's something else we're going to need. And now for the fun part. We get to move all of our portals. And most people already know how to do this, but in order to link up your portals between the overworld and the nether, all you need to do is figure out what your coordinate is for that center block of the portal. In our case here, we're looking at -132 and then +566. So we just quickly divide those coordinates by 8, and that seems to be about -16.5 by 70.75. Now, obviously we can't just have a partial block, so we'll round both of those up. Now we get to head on back. Fight off some of the neighbors. Enjoy our safely enclosed stairway to the nether roof. And find where those coordinates are up here. And from here on out, I'm just going to use mini-HUD. It's a little cleaner than the F3 menu these days. And that coordinate we were looking for was -16, +70, so it looks like we'll just be going this way a little bit, and then continue on this way. Alright, looks like this is the block. So we'll go ahead and place another portal here. Might just look like 2 ender chests, but trust me, this is another portal. Now all we gotta do here is use our non-silk pickaxe, break these 2 down. We'll get ourselves 16 obsidian, and we can place 5 blocks on the bottom, 4 blocks on top, run across here, and we got a perfect 3x3 portal. This is the main reason why I always like to make sure I have a stack or so of ender chests with me. If I ever need to make a portal, I got the perfect amount right here. And if we're going to try and connect up the rest of our world today, we're probably going to use a lot of these. And now for the moment of truth. Let's see if this lines up. Lined up pretty well on this end. Now what happens if we go back through? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. We'd end up down here. Alright, so all we should need to do is break this. Dodge those guys. Watch out for these guys. Interesting. Head on back up to the top. Run on over to our new portal. Let's make sure it links up. There we go. It's always nice to see blue skies again. But with our other portal destroyed, means we should link up right here. Now we got a quick and easy way up to the roof. That actually reminds me of something. If you're not too interested in breaking a hole through the bedrock yourself, you can always use the Ender Pearl trick to get up to the roof, and then place a nether portal that connects back to the overworld. That way, instead of breaking the bedrock, you can still get up and down to the nether roof. Alright, now let's link up some more portals. But come to think of it, I only really have one more nether portal in my world currently. And that would be right over here. Which brings us to this portal. So we'll do the same thing here. Get our coordinates, head on back through, break our portal down here, head on back to the roof, and go find those coordinates. Which look to be about right here. If we did everything right, we should be right back here. Coming through the portal here, there isn't really much indication of which way we're supposed to go, aside from the few mushroom patches we see up here. But this is why I like to center my nether hubs around 0, 0. Now all I really got to do is figure out which way I'm supposed to go. Head on out. There we go. Alright, but we can't just call the 2 nether portals we have a hub. So let's figure out where the rest of our portals should go. And that brings me to one of my favorite Minecraft tools, Seed Map. This resource allows you to type in a seed for a Minecraft world and see how the terrain and natural structures generate. To me, this is a great way to visualize the vastness of your Minecraft world and see where different biomes and things are located. And with the terrain feature, we can actually visualize the different height elevations from mountains and valleys in the world too. That makes it a little easier for us to get our bearings from the map and see where we built different things in our world. For instance, this compass over here starts with our world spawn, so that's our first point of reference. Over here, I know that's where we built our starter house. And if we keep looking around, you might recognize some other areas that we've explored in our world. And there's still plenty of other areas around the map that we haven't quite found yet. But visualizing the terrain can make things a little difficult to see at times, so it's nice to disable this and see the outlines of the biomes instead. And if we zoom on out, there's a lot of this world left to be explored, but some of these locations we've kind of seen already. From our previous adventuring, we've already found some frozen oceans, as well as a desert and a badlands. So these would be good places to set up some nether portals for some mining areas. And we already know where we have our first stronghold over here. Of course, there's a lot of other places we may want to connect up with our nether hub as well, but for the most part, we'll wait and add those in as we find them. That sounds like all the key locations we'll want to have in our world for now. Let's go ahead and place those portals. So, we'll place our portal for spawn here, our frozen ocean portal over here, and a portal for our desert over here. And so we remember where everything is, let's go ahead and give these a quick label. And don't forget to spawn-proof the tops. Now, it isn't much, but it's a nice humble start to our nether hub. And I really do mean start. There's still a lot left to do out here. For one, we need to get some ice paths going that actually connect up all the portals we have, and this is also a really great place to get some farms going too. But it'd be a real shame if we built all these nether portals out here and didn't get a chance to use them. So, let's have a quick little material gathering montage. What are you doing up there? Alright, had a pretty successful material gathering session today. We got some packed ice that we can use to build out the nether highway we're going to start working on soon. And we also got some powdered snow, sand, and magma block. We'll get to those three in a second. But something that's becoming more and more obvious is this is all the gunpowder I have left. Now, I recall having this problem before, I'm going to need to get some more gunpowder soon. But that's not a segue for this episode. That's a future me problem. And I think that's a current me problem. I've already taken some of the excess sand and smelted it into glass, so that should be the last of what we need today. And I think what we have here should be just about all we need. What I want to build here isn't super complicated, but it should fit our needs pretty well. So, let's go build a gas farm. And that brings us right back to the nether. To build a gas farm, first thing we're going to want is a good location. And that requires a soul sand valley. Fortunately for us, we're already in one. I want to make sure I build this far enough away to avoid any ice paths in the nether, as well as give me enough space around 0, here to build a central nether hub. So let's head off this way. Alright, so we're about 100 blocks away diagonally from 0, here, and that should give us plenty of space to build out a nether hut in the future. So we'll go ahead and find ourselves a good chunk to get started in, and this one looks pretty good to me. Now I just want to make sure that all 4 corners are actually in a soul sand valley still, so we just run to all the different ends, mark off everything we see, quick cross into the center, and everything in this chunk looks good. And that should be all we need from the chunk borders. I don't remember how to build this block for block, but for the most part these gas farms are pretty simple, so I think we can wing it. So let's start by placing our item collection system here, and build out a handful of chests going this way. Run some hoppers along all of these, and a second set going the other way. From here, we can go ahead and place our minecart unloading system, which is just going to be taking a simple comparator, torch, feeding up into this block out in front here, redstone dust on top, and then a powered rail going here, separated by a regular rail before we start placing powered rails again. And for a start, this should be okay. Coming off the back here, we'll go ahead and finish off the flat level for the rails to go this way, and they'll continue around from this other hopper in the corner this way too. This should be the rough size of our farm now. From here, we'll go ahead and place out the rest of our rails, and be sure to add a powered rail in the middle here. Underneath the powered rail here, we'll want to make sure we go ahead and flip a lever, so that way it stays powered. Then from here, we'll place a block in the corner to start with our powdered snow, place 3 pieces of magma block over here, and then another powdered snow there. You see, gas hitboxes are only 4 blocks wide, so as long as we place snow blocks every 3 blocks like this, should be good to go. After that, we're going to want a ring of glass to go around the outside too, to make sure that we keep the gas in this way, as well as rings of glass on the top to make sure that they can't fly out. And this should be the rough outline of the farm we're going to make. That's enough talking from me for now, so let's go ahead and build out the rest of this farm. Yeah, that worked pretty well. This should solve all our gunpowder needs for a while. Plus, we also get a lot of gas tiers. Not sure what we're going to do with those, but we'll find something. So let's take the gunpowder we got so far. Now we need to find some sugarcane. And fortunately, we have a whole coastline over here. And while this might be a little more on the manual side for now, this is a great way to go ahead and get large batches of sugarcane, and eventually if we want to build a large industrial automated sugarcane farm, this is a good place to start. Plus, if we decide we need some more sugarcane in the time being, we can definitely expand it to the other coastlines too. And of course, for right now, this should solve our sugarcane needs as well. There we go, just got about 3 stacks of sugarcane. Now, while we're over here, I guess I should go ahead and show you guys something else I've been working on. In the background, I've been doing some terraforming out over here, trying to widen out this river a little bit and clear out some of the mountains and stuff here. Definitely need to mine down the riverbed a little bit more, and I'd like to do a little bit more terraforming underneath there with mud and seagrass and stuff too. Terraforming is definitely something I do as more of an iterative process, and just slowly chip away at it over time. All we're really doing at this point is just trying to even out the terrain a little bit, and give us a nice canvas to work on. Eventually, as we start to build up the port and the market areas over here, and start to get some builds in, it might be nice to go ahead and add some rocks and cliff faces and other stuff along the shorelines here too. We also talked about getting some fields and buildings up on the land over here. It might be nice to have a bridge going across this way too. But for now, I'll keep poking away at the terrain in the background, and hopefully that gives us some inspiration as to what to build next. Plus, it's good to see that the iron farm's still working. There's something else I want to do today, and it involves these guys out back. Well, more specifically him. Yeah, I think this might be the last time looking at these little guys. At least, last time looking at them like this. And let's make sure we grab a few friends. There we go. Looks like we got one of each of them. I'm pretty sure if I just take my Ender Pearl and throw it up in the air real quick. Oh my god. They're so adorable! Oh my gosh, look at these guys! Oh, the little pig. Oh, oh, these look downright goofy and I love them! Oh my god, their little eyeballs. Oh, these are adorable. I love them so much. I need to get some gold. Oh, and the smooth chunk loading is so cool. Alright. One for you. One for you. And one for you. Oh man, these guys are so cute. I love them so much. Alright, this is a pretty cool addition. I like this. Oh my god, I can't get over their little 1-pixel eyeballs. Look at this little thing! He's just some 4 pixels and some wings! Oh my god, I could stare at these guys all day. Alright, let's put these guys back in their pens. Come on, little guy. Come on, you little cow. Let's go. Oh great, one of the pigs got over here. I gotta get you out of here. There you go. Stay in these pens. And you, my little tennis ball of death, you get to come right over here. There you go. Now there's another one. My gosh, there's 2 of them. Definitely didn't have me hanging out in a pen full of chickens on my bingo card for today's episode. But I'm glad we're here. Wait, we can craft name tags now. So I grabbed some iron from our iron farm, and I think if we get some paper that we already got from our sugarcane farm, we can craft a couple of nuggets. And yeah, we can just craft name tags now. And to think I had to go fishing for these before. Alright, I got a great name for these guys. Alright, so our little pig is going to be named Hamlet. Our little cow will be Sirloin. And our little chicken ball, Nugget. And we still got some name tags left over, so let me know if you have any suggestions for animal names here. And they just keep spinning. Now, I feel like there's something else I was supposed to be doing. Oh yeah! One of these days I'll get it. I still need to use this. So, I've gone ahead and made some more tools that I've been placing in my little shulker box over here. And I got some extra netherite templates ready for us to go. Plus I can put away the extra name tags and... Ooh! I didn't realize that was going to be a perfect stack. Anyways, here's the rest of my tools. I went ahead and made a silk and fortune hoe, as well as a set of shears, a shield, and some flint and steel. But the only 2 here that matter are the hoes. We're also going to need to raid my diamond stash, grab a little bit of netherrack, and make a few more templates. That seems like enough. And our netherite ingots are ready to go from last episode. Now there's only one thing left to do. And we got plenty of netherite and smithing templates left over. And oh boy, does it feel good to have this all again. Now, something I like to do is put netherite on my silk touch tools, but not on my fortune tools. This just gives a nice way to tell them apart at a quick glance. And now for the big moment. Oh yeah. That looks good. But not as good as I'd like for it to look. Unfortunately, I only have these 3 armor trims, and I want to use some of the other ones. So for now, I guess we're just going to be rocking the plain netherite look, but we'll get that situated soon enough. Unfortunately, that's all the time I got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to tell me what you liked about it, and if you want to help support the channel a little bit, be sure to subscribe and share the video with a friend. But until next time, take care everyone. See you then.